And joining us now from Canberra is Kieran Gilbert. He's talking to Professor Geoffrey Garrett, Chief Executive of the US Studies Centre at the University of Sydney.
Professor Garrett, thank you for joining us on Sky News today. Of course, today marks the anniversary of the Obama inauguration, the 20th of January. And on this day, a major setback for the Obama administration. How damaging is it, this loss in Massachusetts?
Yeah, good afternoon, Kieran. Not such a great anniversary present for the president. How big a deal is it? I think we'll know a lot in the next week. Whether the Democrats can finally get through healthcare legislation, which of course was the late Ted Kennedy's #1 legislative priority, and then we'll see how the defeat today affects what Obama does in the State of the Union address next week.
A lot of Australians watching this would be surprised that the gloss has come off the Obama administration so quickly. Why has it? You look at the polls more broadly around the United States and his approval rating has fallen from something like 70% to 50%.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Obama is still the most popular world leader around the world, including in Australia, but the luster went off his presidency a while ago in the US. I think the big story really is the economy, where unemployment is now in the double digits in the US. There are a lot more people who are part-time employed and don't want to be. 25% of American homeowners owe more money on their houses than the houses are worth, and they think that Obama hasn't been caring enough about average Americans. He bailed out Wall Street, but he's done nothing for Main Street. That's the perception, and I think that's what we saw today in Massachusetts, of all places.
That's right, and as you point out, this is a blue ribbon seat for the Democratic Party, held by the Kennedys. And Edward Kennedy, the line of the Senate, the Democratic hero for many, many years. This is a huge turnaround.
Yeah, it is an enormous turnaround, and of course the thing that, there are two reasons I think that this seat is associated with healthcare. The first one is because it was Ted Kennedy's passion, but the second one, as your intro said, is that it takes away the supermajority that the Democrats had in the Senate. And what that means now is that the Democrats can't afford the healthcare legislation to go back for reconsideration in the Senate. The US House of Representatives essentially now is going to be forced, I think, to pass the version of the bill that the Senate has already passed, and that's something that the House doesn't want to do, but I think they're going to have to hold their nose and support the Democratic Party and the President.
Okay, Professor Geoffrey Garrett from the US Studies Centre. As always, appreciate your time today to discuss Obama's first year and also that historic result in Massachusetts. Thank you.
It was my pleasure, Kieran. Thanks very much.